Yeah. I had to elevate my mental. I got up off my ass and pressed the gas on my potential. I tamed my temptations, now I'm taking care of my temple. I pull up to the function, skip the line, I'll show credentials. They know I'm presidential. Everything monumental when you recognize your moment. See, I built it on my own, so ain't no question if I own it. They used to laugh, call me alone, and now they asking for a loan. See, my ex said I wouldn't succeed. I plant my feet and now I grown. See, I used to be a stoner, now I'm high off life. I'm up high in plain sight, just hopped off a flight. Me and Hunt, old kid, now they gotta raise the price, cause I invested in myself and made it back overnight. Dog, we all fall short, don't give a fuck about your height. In America, do you wrong, so you better know your rights. See, they do it for attention, I just follow intuition. I'm on a mission, why they missing? I ain't difficult, I'm different. Ooh. Nah, I can't settle. See, I bet it on myself, now everything getting better. Nah, I can't settle. They want me to come down, told them meet me on my level. Nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, I deserve a medal. Yeah, nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, with my gold medal. See, I used to try to force it, now I flow with it. They threw dirt up on my name, but now I grow with it. I used to wait up on my blessing, now I go get it. I'm done waiting, done debating. If God tests me, let him grade me. It's that top shelf flow, yeah, I'm way out your reach. Used to choose between shoes, now I tell them give me each. But I don't brag about no fashion, cause I ain't one for the flash. Used to sag, now I'm a grown man. I keep my belt fast and had so much on my plate. But then I started fasting, then I started meditating, then I started levitating. This that self-knowledge, black man educated, could've been in that cell. Now every day a celebration. Now these days I practice celibacy and focus on development. And I ain't really emotional, I'm just emotionally intelligent. Shawty call me selfish cause I don't focus on my betterment. These days I'm on a higher level. No, I can't settle. Whoa. Nah, I can't settle. See, I bet it on myself, now everything getting better. Nah, I can't settle. They want me to come down, told them meet me on my level. Nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, I deserve a medal. Yeah, nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, with my gold medal. Yeah.
When I wake up, no makeup, half naked, I feel like I'm the shit. Pardon my language, but hang-ups do not define the kid. No, I'm not flawless, I'm scarred up and I'm fine with it. My body are the laundry list of all of life's unkindnesses. But I still sip tea and chant om and live free. Cause hardships and heartbreaks turn to rap epiphanies. And mom told me stay woke, cause all gold ain't glistening. Choose your words wisely, cause the all-knowing's listening. But no worries, I'm Gucci, my thighs are little juicy. My dialogue, little awkward, my idols still move me. My life is a movie, like Raheem and Mookie. I'm just trying to do the right thing, hope that it improves me. My bamboo's accustomed to me, you'll be soon accustomed to me. This tomorrow, I got royal hemoglobin coursing through me. And my strength is now inhuman, I get that straight from my Omi. Signed it silver, mouth the grill of yours and truly.
You better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart, don't let up. Cause you're so damn fine, just the way you better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart, don't let up. Cause you're so damn fine, just the way you are.
I ain't get here overnight. I was in that mirror like 4 or 5 times a week on my Malibu, reciting affirmations like holy rites. And I still don't know everything, But I guess confessions from 8x11s and studio sessions seem like it's only right. And trust me, this my therapy, fuck your couch. Finna murk all these Murphy types, funny styling me, shut your mouth. Touch me, I'm slaughtering crews, squads, goons, teams. The queen is coming to rule your region, coming for all of your asses plus your house. I ain't always have it in me, no tolerance for pretending. I was 14 years old, forcing pills down my throat, so my baby fat diminished. Still got these scars from cutting my wrist when I thought the life was finished. Now they remind me what my lows look like, now I know the sky's the limit. Okay, never claim to be perfect, that's an impossible dream. I'm just saying that I'm worth it, that's the responsible thing. Spend half my life trying to find my life from outside sources, why the only voice that mattered came from me.
You better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart, don't let up. Cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart, don't let up. Cause you're so damn fine just the way you
When rock
are.
go in, she too aggressive, that's too masculine. And her content a little too obsessive, just relax a bit. She say she God, that's narcissistic, just the facts of it. Now I don't really F with female rappers, that's just sacrilege. Glad I learned early not to internalize every ink up. Daddy told me with every opinion there comes a sphincter. And they would rather she them thoughts than popularize a thinker. Why them lying archetypes is chasing cat, I'm trying to sphinx her. Rap barrel, skin caramello, apparel, mainly vintage. Meryl composer, warrior, so every verse became a vengeance. Went through too much hair to not be fine, but they still feigning ignorance. So now I came to clip my just do with remaining interest. Baby, I'm a star without the flash frame of Fenty. Came out the doctored up the entire game upon my entry. Kept it 100, messed around and gained another century in this. Now I'm aimed to pop off till my mental chamber's empty. I'm unbothered, your standards is irrelevant. I might F around and rock a body, all this for the hell of it. They've been trying to martyr me for ages cause my melanin. So now I'm soaking UV rays with sugar slathered on my adamant. My dude, I'm magic, my game is God is my mood. It's savage, that's gang, it's Connie's my move. And mountains, my range, astonishing, dangerous. Sonnets like rain and comets, they blazing. Trails through planets, all hell is kind of amazing. That's right, we'll call it self-love. Discovered I was dope and indulged like I'm scale drugs. And you could call me arrogant and that's gonna help love. But if you tryna knock me down, your demolitions fell, bruh, fell, bruh, fell, bruh, fell.
You better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart, don't let up. Cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart, don't let up. Cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart, don't let up. Cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart, don't let up. Cause you're so damn fine just the way you are.
That's what it sounds like when you liberated. You sound free. You sound more confident. You sound more at peace. One thing about me, I ain't let nobody stop my flow, not a soul. Who y'all bless, no one curse. Yeah. I'm in a new season of life, I'm feeling right. Was in a dark place, now I finally see the light. My temple illuminating, was stuck in a house, ruminating. I detox, feeling rejuvenated. That Paula Santos is fumigating, cleansing my space now. I used to be spaced out. She wanted me to open up to her like Spacebar, but I couldn't build with her, she left me with a tab. But I ain't tripping, I'm at peace with it. Blessings disguised, just went through custom, getting accustomed to blue skies, blue waters. Remember days I ain't have 2 quarters. Now I just touched 50 and I'm sensing some more coming. And I ain't even 50, but I move like an elder. Wisdom and knowledge flowing within. The YNs respect me cause I used to be them. Now I show them the way. Some days we don't know what to say. Man, you gotta just flow. You gotta just flow. Flow. Flowing like faucet streams in riverbanks. Reflecting on days I could barely fill up the tank. Now these days I pull to the pump, 50 on 10 and tell a homeless man to get what he want. Building good karma. Used to get meds from Big Pharma. Now I plan to buy some land and be a big farmer. Yeah, I used to live to eat, but now I eat to live. Life ain't about what you get, it's about what you give. But never give up your peace, gave her a peace of mind. It left me puzzled, I couldn't picture my healing. Now it's 13-foot ceilings, painted pictures revealing. Just took the top off the Jeep, I can't picture the ceiling. With my hands out the top, touching these wings, what a beautiful feeling. Went from feeling dead inside to a beautiful living. I had to grow, knowledge of self, I had to know. Sometimes when you don't know where to go, man, you gotta just flow. You gotta just flow.
Learn the clouds, surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times, so I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my code to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.
Hey, peace and blessings, star seeds. Look how smooth that transition was. Oh, sometimes I be messing up, and sometimes your girl get it right. Yeah, y'all ready? Hope you alive out there. Okay, it's Saturday night. Wake up. Ptah is in the building. That's right. The Sun Chaser is here for season 6. Let me calm down. The Sun Chaser is here for season 6. Welcome to Pronoia Starseed Podcast. I am the goddess Rael, and this is season 6 of Pronoia Starseed Podcast. Yes. Who am I? I'll let you know who I am. I am the goddess Rael. If you have stumbled here, welcome. It is not by chance, divinely guided. Salute to King Adonis. Yes. And as I said, tonight is a very special Pronoia night. That's right. Because the Sun Chaser is in the building. Wherever it's hot out, wherever the sun is, that is where he is. Thank you for being where we can't be. When it's cold, sometimes I'll be hitting him up and he be like, oh yeah, it's 1,000 degrees over here. I'm over here shaking and he over there warm. I ain't a little jealous, just a little jealous, but you know. And then he'll send me a nice little video, show me how beautiful it is. I'm like, oh, go ahead and rub it in there, Sun Chaser, rub it in. While we freeze in the East Coast, but it's all good. We had a beautiful day all around today. So I hope you all had a wonderful Saturday. I didn't know what day it was for a second. I'm like, Saturday? Is it Sunday? Today I was privileged to join Mr. Westbrooks and Mama Rue on the Unread podcast at 2 p.m. So if you did not see that, check it out on Mr. Westbrooks' class on YouTube. Yeah, and we talked about Jesus and the Lost Goddess, this book here. And I'm sure I'm going to talk to Ptah about that tonight. And then I had named a couple of other books I had recommended. So go ahead and check that out. It is on Mr. Westbrook's class, Unread Podcast. We were live today at 2 p.m. So without further ado, I'm not going to hold you too long because we have a lot going on tonight. I'm going to bring the Sun Chaser to the stage. So welcome for season 6, Ptah. Hey.
There we go. What's up?
Peace. How you been?
I've been good. Just chilling.
Let me do this properly. Welcome, Ptah.
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, I just been chilling, enjoying this beautiful weather. Enjoying all the sun, being out in the sun as much as I can be. And, just doing what we do, surfing the waves of life.
Yes. I'm trying to figure out how is it that the sun has gone down and it's still 1,000 degrees over there.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's like 100 right now.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I think the high today was like 106, which is like unnormal. It's not normal to be this hot this early here, but yeah, it's here.
Yeah. And it's what today is spring equinox, right? So shout out.
Yeah, it was yesterday, I think.
Oh, it was yesterday. Okay.
Yeah. So,
yes. Well, we got you here for the new year.
Yeah, in full effect.
Full effect. And so I wanted to, before we started the show, the last couple of shows I have premiered the intro video for the Starseeds. Each Starseed this year, I have created an intro video. And you and Claudia have been Starseeds the longest. So you the OG in the gang, okay?
That's what's up.
Yes. It's been a while, Perry. We know each other for a long time.
A long time.
Yeah. Time is going fast. It's been about 4 years at least.
Yep.
Yeah, that's wild. But
I'm excited to see this video though.
Yes, I'm excited to roll it out. I was trying to figure out which song I was going to use, and I heard this song called God Energy, and I really like it. So it's by, let me see, who is it by? I think I put up banner. Let's see. Come on, Raquel. I'll get it together. Gotta give myself a prep talk.
Is it?
I don't even know.
Is it Spiritual Tony?
No, it's not Spiritual Tony. It's called IS Music or something like that. ISW Music. But I like the song, and I was like, okay, let me see how it fits with the video. Looks very nice. So without further ado, I want to show you the video made by yours truly, just for you, the Sun Chaser Ptah. I mean, it's a combination, let's just say, of the two, Sun Chaser and Ptah.
Yep,
all right. Yep. So let's see, where is it? Let me get it queued up here. All right. Thank you, Starseeds, for tapping in. Without any further ado, this is the intro video for Temple Talks with Ptah, the Sun Chaser.
Yeah.
I'm not God, but I'm not lost anymore. I ain't God, but I move with God energy. Praying for clarity, not just enemies. I don't chase power, I inherit destiny. A healed man dangerous, yeah, remember me. I used to pray only when I was desperate. Now I pray when I'm grateful, not just when I'm reckless. I used to ask God for money and fame. Now I ask him to heal the broken parts of my brain. I realize masculinity without God is ego. Strength without spirit just turns into a beast mode. Now I fast, reflect, discipline my mind. Cause a man who controls himself is hard to find. I stop asking why me. Started asking what you building through me. I ain't God, but I move with God energy. Praying for clarity, not just enemies. I don't chase power, I inherit destiny. A healed man dangerous, they remember me. I ain't God, but I move with God energy. Praying for clarity, not just enemies. I don't chase power, I inherit destiny. A healed man dangerous. God taught me leadership ain't domination. It's service, humility, and revelation. A real man don't control, he protects. Don't silence his emotions, he respects. Now when I walk in rooms, I don't seek validation. I carry peace like a weapon and prayer like a foundation. The streets taught me survival, God taught me purpose. I'm not perfect, I'm obedient and progress, and that's a real flex. Still here, still healing, still healing, still leading, still chosen, still healing, still healing, still leading, still chosen.
All right.
Yeah, that was. I like that. I love
it.
Yeah. I like the song too.
Good. I like the song. Yeah, I like the song, and I thought it went really well with the video.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what's up. Ptah was on fire coming through there. Huh?
That's right. And then he got blessed by Ptah, and the word became light.
Yup.
Yeah, I love that.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Always creative with it.
Always. That's right. That's how those intro videos are amazing. Yes. So what I'm doing is putting them all together for one big video, and I'm going to have the Starseeds do a movie, we're going to do a little movie watch with all the videos combined, because it's really telling the story of each Starseed, right? Like we're all being activated and being able to, step out into Starseed University. So I love it, and I'm excited. I really am. I enjoy making these videos. It allows me to tap into the energy of each starseed and really think about oh wow, look who I got on my team.
Yeah, that's cool. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So I got the videos all together. So because each song I do not own the rights to any of the music. I have to actually cue the music backstage. It's not on the actual video. So I have to go back and record it all together and make it into one whole movie. So about sometime in April, beginning of April, I'll send out an email and we can all get together. I want to make it like a Starseed movie event. So
yeah, that's good. Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, you good. But yeah, so today we were talking on Unread about Jesus and the Lost Goddess. I read this recently and I thought it was a really good read. Speaks a lot about Sophia and Gnosticism, and I know you talk about a lot of that over here, so I just wanted to tap in and let you know about that. I know we go everywhere, so I don't know where we're gonna go tonight, but
we just be going with the flow on this joint. So.
That's right.
But yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of that book. I'm gonna have to check it out. But I love the Gnostics though. So
yeah. Have you heard of the Jesus Mysteries?
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
They're the ones who created that book.
Okay.
Yeah. So and Mr. Westbrook's had that book. So I was on his show. He was like, "Yeah, I don't have that one, but I have this one," and it was the one that they created. So it was really dope to link them all in. And my old Lisa had read both. She's actually read all three of them. So it was really dope.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Dang, that's cool.
Yeah,
I love all these books. I got all these books in my car, and I got a huge library that's back in Virginia that I just can't keep all the books. So one day I'll have a huge library somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had any topics in mind for tonight?
I'm just going right off the top. I guess we talk about temple talks. Like you already know, I like to just be a conduit. Let spirit just pour into us, and then I always have like a little bit of a topic, but I really like to just try to keep it free flow, like that. That's just the way I do it. I know, being organized and all that serves its purpose and all that.
Not to the Pisces, it does not. But we like total chaos.
Yeah, so I'll be looking over some things, and then I'll just be like, you know what? I can't think too hard about it.
Right.
If you think too hard about it, then kind of put a block on it. But for me personally,
no, you're right. Because today when I did the book thing, it's rare that I do where I go and talk about books. I like to channel. That's my thing, is channeling. So it was a little different atmosphere, and I felt it felt different because it was like I had to kind of speak on the book versus being able to talk off of just whatever I was feeling. But it was funny because the book ties back into that mother energy. So it made it a little bit easier. But yeah, I get what you're saying. You know, we both fish, so I get the free flow, and you just want to let these, because that's how spirit moves, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like you be on the surfboard, just you out there waiting for the wave, catch the wave, ride it, fall
That's
off,
right.
swim back out, wait for that next wave, catch it again. You know how it
Yeah.
goes. But yeah. So we all know we living in some really crazy times, right? Real interesting times, and as growing up, even in in Christianity and being heavy in the church with my parents and my whole family or whatever, we always heard about like end times and this, that, or the other. A lot of it was basically mostly fear based, but with the end times, with a more mature mind now, I see it as just like the end of an age and the beginning of a new one. New dispensation. So I think that a lot of these things that we're talking about now are just uh, preparing the way to get us, acclimated to some of the things that we might experience and what we need to do to be able to remedy those. So it's cool for us to have this, not only our own journey and knowledge of self, but also coming together as a community like we do here to share with one another while we're not together, but we still have some of these things that we can use to be able to still communicate and help build each other up. So, it's really cool that, even though there's some tough times and, there's some bitching and complaining sometimes, and you'd be like, damn, like, why is this happening? And some of us, we just go through it. We all react in different ways, but we're all being able to be there for one another and have that space open for each other to be able to help us work through this, because it can be taxing, you know what I mean? And not only that, with the changes in the world, coming into a new being, a new person, having that more of that authenticity of yourself, you really find out who's with you, who's not with you, how much you do. You might, start looking a little bit more, alienated from the world because we're just not resonating with some of that stuff. It's good to have these types of, communication so we can learn how to maneuver through it, even through all the fire and the pain. It's a refiner's, it's the refiner's fire. And, it kind of reminds me of being in Phoenix because the sun is hot, that ain't no joke, but I love it. The more I'm out here, the more I can acclimate it, and when we're going into something different, we're learning from going into more of a, from a system train of thought to more of a natural living closer to nature. There's some transitional things that have to happen, and sometimes that's real uncomfortable as we've been kind of domesticated as humans. So, getting back to our true nature can really feel like a huge challenge. So with the knowledges and stuff everybody's providing, hopefully that helps assist everyone in these, transformational times,
Yes.
but there's exciting things to look forward to. I know and believe, and if we could just push through it, and as they say in church, fight the good fight, because it is, So you got to be able to endure, but it makes it easier when we have these cool little platforms like this, and being able to teach and hear and see each other. So
Yes.
So, is there anything you want to say before?
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like spaces are of real true, um, not just safety, but sacredness are needed right now, where I think that's the community part that we miss when we go to church and stuff. We have that kind of community. And so in the spiritual community, everybody has been, like so on a individual mission, which we all are supposed to be on, that
Right.
we did get a bit isolated. I think all of us as starseeds became a little isolated. And I think it was purposefully. It's our tower time, to go within, the time we need to spend like getting ready for coming back out into this world. But I think that we were granted with each other. You know, we need each other to keep ourselves mentally stable. We need isolation, yes, but not like total isolation. You still know that, okay, like, you know, I'm not there in Arizona or you're not here in Maryland, but I know I can always reach out, and I know that there's somebody that truly understands what's going on at this
Right.
time. Even if we're not living exactly the same life, we understand the times that we are in, because we're both being called to do, you know, take that time to separate ourselves from what's going on in the world right now.
Yeah, most definitely. Most
Yeah.
definitely. So, yeah, so with that being said, I think I wanted to hit on a point that you were saying about the kind of like feeling isolated. You know, I think that's a lot of things that a lot of us feel as we kind of pull away from the social norm and, you know, breaking ourselves from all the lies, you know, and it can feel extremely isolating. And so what I've been learning in that isolation, because, you know, I've spent a hell of time by myself, you know, probably more than, you know, the normal person, like, you know, so I've had time to, you know, really observe my thoughts. And I think that's where the balance of having alone time, but also having a good support system keeps that good balance, because you also don't want to fall victim to, you know, being codependent on something too. So it's almost like you have to have this healthy balance of learning how to regulate yourself on your, you know, when you start feeling the heat of those emotions, so you don't spew too much out on somebody else. You know, not that we can't vent or things like that, but I think it's also important to be able to do that. And there's a lot of times where I know sometimes you be going through things. I might not hear from you for a little bit. You know, you be recalibrating, and I'll be doing the same. You know, I have other friends that do the same, and you know, it's just good. You know, I think that's really healthy, because, you know, it means we're trying to figure things out on our own, and then once we emerge, you know, it's like, all right, they good, and then we can talk and see what, you know. So, you know, it's a beautiful thing. You know, it's some growing pains, but, you know, we're transforming as the cosmos and all those different things are starting to shift and change, and we're moving into different you know, houses, and, you know, got different energies happening all at one time, eclipses, this, that, we're getting hit all different kinds of ways.
Man.
You know, all that stuff is also taking a place inside of us. So, you know, with Temple Talks, it's really I really want it to be something where it helps people want to dive deeper into who they are and how to read these stories in a sense of being able to see the allegory and what it's saying on a metaphysical, but a metaphorical on a metaphorical level too, because this is you know, basically it's a book that's really a reflection of how our inner workings are and how things outside of us work together. So it's more or less like you learn these correspondences, and that's how you know things are truth, because what we see in the physical is also what will be seen in the spiritual, you know. And that's kind of how even Christ talked in parables. You know, they most people that are still kind of in their flesh working their way out, they need something substantial to chew on to be able to understand what's being talked about. So that's why physical attributes and things are given to things that are mystical, you know, so we can, you know, try to get a good picture of what that is as we learn how to, you know, as we learn what these things mean, and how we recover the translations and recover the knowledges and stuff that were hidden from us in plain sight. So, you know, we also, you know, we actually designed the book that way, but it was also used against us in the very same way. So, you know, we're basically relearning, you know, a lot of things that we already know. It's just
Already know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why a lot of these books, like when I was reading that book, a lot of information had already resonated, and it was like I already knew some of the things, but it was like giving it a name. You know, after when you read the books and stuff, it kind of gives it a name. It gives you the story. It gives you a identity behind it. But like Sophia, you know, means wisdom, right? So again, it's just a name or a person or personification of a person.
Right.
Yeah, to make you understand the thing itself better, right? Yeah,
Right.
I get it.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No, you were. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting you bring that up, because it's kind of like I've been reading this book, and, you know, well, I'm not always just going to stick to the Bible all the time, but because we got all these different books that our ancestors
Absolutely.
left us, you know. And one of my favorite books that I always wanted to get in my hands, that I finally just got in my hands, was the Meta. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Yes.
But the divine speech, and it talks about how the cultural differences between melanated and on the lighter scale of things unmelanated, because although we see each other, we have 2 arms, 2 legs, we note the notable differences, but there's also internal differences too, and we shouldn't be ashamed of who we are as people and the differences that we bring to the table, because we can always balance those things out. But for melanated peoples as a whole, we're very right brained, and we've been brought up into a Western Eurocentric type programming, where it's a lot of the left brain stuff, a lot of survival, a lot of logic, a lot of rationalizing things, and then the left side of the brain actually separates too. It's part of its function is to separate, because it has to make sense of things, right? So if you have a left brain that's unchecked by having it balanced with the right brain, then you can see how destructive we're seeing it now, how destructive it can be to see that separation without the divine part of the mind there, to which she also separates, but she also brings understanding of things that the left brain has separated and divided up, to be able to distinguish what goes with what, to make things make sense. So once we're coming into this age, the Aquarian age, we're coming into this part of where we're starting to move into the right hemisphere of the brain. And the Bible talks a lot about that, as you'll see as we keep going. But the right brain, and even this is probably not even what that book's about, but even when we talk about Jesus, the book that you had just brought up, Jesus
and the Lost Goddess.
Yeah, and the Lost Goddess. Even in allegory with that, when I think about the Lost Goddess, it's the divine side of the mind. It's the right side of the brain, because everything happens internally before it happens externally, right? And so that divine goddess has been hidden by the veil, and now the veil's being lifted, and it's like, oh
my God.
So
this is exactly what I was saying today. That's what I was connecting this to, was that this book was calling me because of the age that we're in right now. Right. And it was like, that whole return of the feminine energy, or the Christ energy, is the Sophia Christ energy, the wisdom. Right. We're in the age of knowing. So of course we're about to receive the Christ energy. We're about to receive wisdom. Once you know, and now you're starting to experience, it's more than just knowing. We're actually experiencing things that we never experienced before. And experience is what builds the wisdom. Even if it's painful experience, it builds wisdom. And so the returning of that goddess, or the lost goddess, is not by chance that this book was just sitting there like, hey, I could have picked 1,000,000 books for today and read, and I hadn't even read it before I went on the show. I only read it because of the invitation, and the invitation came because it wanted to be read. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was so beautiful. So that's why I was like, oh, I'm gonna bring this up, because it talks a lot about Sophia, and I wasn't even expecting that. Like, when I picked that book up, I was expecting it to talk, first of all, about the Egyptian goddesses, right? Because of the and everything. I had no idea. I didn't read into it. I just knew when I seen it, I was like, oh, let me grab it. And it clearly says, like, from the Jesus mysteries, but in the back it talks about Gnosticism. And it really is talking about original Christians, who they describe as mystics. They were mystical and things before they broke off into those groups and become more literary, as you spoke about, us taking everything literally. And so the reason why we have religions is because people were taking shit literally, when the original Christianity was about really reaching your higher self. It was more mystical and more like, you know what I'm saying? It was that self, finding yourself and connecting back to divine journey than most Christians even know. Like, the most spiritual people you meet are probably more connected to the original Christians than the people that are in the church right now, because they're going off of stories. That's like, okay, That's like me telling you the Santa Claus story and you believe it, right? And that's what you're walking around just saying. And I'm like, I get it, but it's really just about being good and bad and, being watched over and just doing things out of, it's not really a person. And you're like, yes, it is. Like, yes,
Right.
it is. We're going to have a divide. There's clearly going to be an issue when we don't process the information the way it really is supposed to be. And they know that. That's why it became more literal. It was like, oh, we can hide it in being literal. We can hide it in actual characters. And then people just so going to believe we're talking about this person versus them. We're going to be talking about them right in their face. That's madness.
Yeah.
Well, that is a fucking form of see, now this spirit. Now you told us to start channeling, but this is a form of a humiliation ritual because to sit in your face and talk shit and saying everything, but in a way that you are thinking it's a whole nother thing. Like it is right.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's a part of a humiliation ritual.
It is, and it's wild. They laugh at us because we eat it up. We eat it up and acting. I don't want to say acting a fool, but it is. Like when you start like uncovering things, it's like what is these people really doing? And it's basically based most of it is feeling based. When things are feeling based, you can be swayed one way or the other very easily. When there's that's why there's got to be a balance between masculine and the feminine. And so it's interesting you say that because there is a lot of deconstruction of Christianity happening right now. I mean, we're seeing it crumble, and it is a strong delusion. It really seriously is a strong delusion. It's one of those ones where it's probably going to take some time, but it's being talked about more and more. Things are being questioned more and more now.
It cannot be hidden in the age of Aquarius. It's like,
it can't be hidden.
It's too many questions. It's too many unanswered questions. And the stuff that you are finding out, it makes too much more sense than the shit you've been told. It's just like, wait a minute, hold up. Now that makes sense. Because before I had a lot of questions, but when you said that, it kind of made the puzzle pieces stick together. And then, again, I've been unfriended, I've been blocked, I don't give a shit. People have chose, because of my thought processes, make them question themselves. And to me, that's crazy because I want to learn from something. Like, even if you're not saying what, the fact that I'm questioning myself, it takes me down a rabbit hole. That's how you grow. Like, ain't no way in hell you're going to just live this one little. How can you live out of one small book when the universe is so vast and so big, and you think that you're gonna learn everything you need to know from this one book, and that is it? And nobody can't tell you nothing. And this is the only way, because that's the thing that used to give me the way. This is the only way. No. I am the way. The Christ consciousness is the way. Awakening is the way. Becoming wise is the way. Like, it's being misinterpreted and purposefully.
Mm-hmm.
It's so frustrating, though.
It is. But we fit in the, it's good that we get to have these things, these talks, because, it kind of blows the lid off of it. And even just like we were talking about going with the flow, because you started hitting on things that I was already going to share today, and then and that's why I love doing it, because then it's like we can't take credit for it, right? Because it's like we're just being conduits and let things flow the way we're not trying to restrict it by putting some type of rigid, timeline or it has to be this, that, or the other. It's just free flow,
Mm-hmm.
But he said it was a humiliation ritual, and it is because they demonize everything that they use against us, and it's like, to look and see people looking at things that are evil. And it even says in the book, what I call good, don't call evil, and what I call evil, don't call good, right? And that's what we do when we take these scriptures literally. And then there's 2 scriptures I wanted to point out that actually people can go and look to see. It says this stuff in here, and I can see why they kind of dismiss a lot of times the Old Testament, because some of these things are in the Old Testament, but in correspondence there's also things that are in the New Testament that bring even more light on that. You can't just throw away books and be like, don't need that, need this. It all is relevant and trying to learn the knowledge. But one of them is in Psalm 78:1, and it says, "Give ear, O my people, give ear, O my people, to my law." Law meaning, love and wisdom, which is also the right and left hemisphere of your brain. An acronym is love and wisdom, and also law is a measurement of something. It's a measurement of man. It's a measurement of your internal being. Because it's bringing up hearing, and we used to learn by hearing. And so it says, "Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old." Right? This is in the Bible. And when you see something like that, we're starting to see things now that we might have glossed over, or the pastor didn't really touch on. And when I hear dark sayings, it's like, oh, okay, what's this about? Like when you're thinking about parables and being paired with dark sayings. So dark sayings are things that have been hidden, and have been hidden in a way that one can't just understand it surface level. It means that there's something there that needs to be there's something there that needs to be looked at deeply. You got to get up under there, get your shovel out, and start digging for the treasure, because it's there, it's right in front of you. You got to figure out what it is. But also in Proverbs 1:6-7, it kind of reiterates this scripture as well. So that's what we would call a precept, where you can find something in one part of the book, and then you can confirm it by finding it in another part. And that's where you have like two or three are gathered in my name. Like those work as witnesses too, when you're trying to hash out what truth and what's true and what's false, right?
Yeah.
And then I looked, dark sayings or dark sentences primarily refer to parables, riddles, or deep proverbs that contain deeper, often spiritual or moral truths that require interpretation and understanding beyond surface level. So that's what the exact definition of what dark sayings means. So right there, in that book that claims to be whatever it is, it says dark sayings. You say that to a Christian now, they'd be like, "Oh, that's got to be evil because it's dark." This kind of like whitewash, this like, everything that's white is pure, everything is light and is pure. There's some truth to that, but we also have to understand there was no presence of light in the midst of the darkness. Primordial waters were there first. It was void. So there cannot be light without darkness. So whatever's in the dark that's being told that's evil is only something that needs to be uncovered, so you can bring light to it, and be able to have that awareness of it. Because me and a friend was talking today, and we were talking about time itself, and time didn't exist even when this existence was still here, until light came on the scene, right? When you can distinguish the night and the day. So there was nothing that observed that night or day until creation was created.
Stop.
To try to put measurement on it.
Please stop for 1 second. Because I am not lying. Our smart video girl was in the comments right now. I was just saying, we are so programmed that we don't realize that we don't even, it is one long fucking day. Okay.
Yeah,
things don't end because you close your eyes. Things continue. Like nothing ends. You just made it up in your mind because the sun moved around somewhere else, that now it is another day than when you see it again. But that is not the truth. The truth is time just continues forever.
That's why a day is until 1,000 years to God. When you become God, you realize it's all just one day.
It's just
Everybody
one long day.
It's all just one day, and the light goes up and down.
I promise you, this was the conversation that I had. I said out. And my kids too. I said, "Do you not see? Stop calling it day and night. Like we call a thing, and that's how a thing becomes a thing. Okay, like we give it that power, but it doesn't change what it truly is. When people thought the world was flat or round or whatever, it was a thought, and so everybody thought it, but it didn't mean that that's what it was. So we say day and night and all of that, but it really is just one long ass damn day that never ends. It's just darkness and lightness that separates your mind to think it's a different time or something.
Exactly.
That's fucking crazy.
That's how we were talking about the separation. You know, they put us in the left brain, so that from birth we've learned we have to separate everything. You know what I mean? Separation of day, night, separation of light, dark, separation.
And that's the problem. It's the separation of masculine and feminine.
Exactly. So now we're trying to bring those things together to bring the balance, you know. And I know this is probably safe for a podcast at another time because it's Temple Talks, but it's very relevant because we're seeing even the discord between man and woman now. You know, you got you know, women, you know, dogging out dudes. You got dudes dogging out women, blaming each other. When honestly, it's both our fault. So what are we gonna do about it? What are we gonna do about it? We can sit here and point fingers all day, but how are we gonna get on the same page? Get off of this system that's trying to divide us by aesthetics, you know, things that look good, and we all know that things that look good ain't always good. So there's going to be a time where there might be a type of separation, but it won't be the type of separation that is causing harm. It's going to be the type of separation that's going to cause, you know, whatever it needs to be weeded out. So when we
oh my gosh,
but that's all working towards one, because we're in a place now where we've basically raped and pillaged our mother, being the, you know, the lands and all that stuff, and how they're messing with stuff. You know, there's going to be a time where that's going to cause an imbalance, and as we become upheaved within our being, we're going to see it happening at the same time within the, you know, fabric of our outer reality, because you know, they're both intertwined. And so when we talk about religion just means to rebind, and that's what we're trying to do, is bring awareness to the parts of us that need to come back together, the parts of us that we need to bring back into balance. And so a lot of people say that means that it's there to tie you up, and so but it can do that. It can do that. You know, that's not, you know, this book can definitely throw you into darkness, or it can, when I say throw you into darkness, it means that you're in the dark about the things that are not understood in the dark. You know what I'm saying? So when we shine that light in the dark and bring that together, then we get, I guess, illumination, or whatever you want to call it. All, you know, everybody's made these words all, you know, like weird, but that's basically what it is becoming, initiating oneself to become illuminated, you know. So, and even that's like, what does that mean? You know, because we just keep going and going and going. You know, even when we get done here, there's something else to be done. So
always, it's unending. Oh my God, you have touched so many important parts, and you know, it is connected to the Bible, because again, the disrespect and the hiding of the goddess was purposefully to separate the two. And in separation, that's why we are so messed up, because if there is a lack of any part of you, if there's a part of you that is out of balance, then everything is out of balance externally as well, because the internal is out of balance. And if you don't know you have a mother, and if everything is about the father, you're going to lean so much on that side that you're not actually being your full self. You're not being creative. You're not being expressive. You're not being nurturing. You're like it's money, cash, hold, work, grind, structure. You know what I'm saying? And so it does tie back to the goddess, because I also was thinking even just about Mary Magdalene. You know, she was also like, she had to become a whore in order for Jesus to be exalted. Like, one had to be exalted and the other had to be, but they were like twin flames. They actually worked together. It was like the divine feminine and divine masculine. But again, it's a way to separate us. So if you take the goddess, you make her into in Christianity, they changed her into the Holy Ghost. She turned into a complete ghost.
Yeah.
Why? Because they still needed her energy. So she had to exist. And so, like you said, the disrespect, I talked about that earlier. It's kind of like that Oshun energy when they were like, oh, yeah, we don't need your Oshun. She like, oh, yeah. And she walked away and the whole go black, you know, nothing want to go, nothing want to do nothing, because that's the love and that's the energy of the feminine. And it's like the feminine, this is the feminine energy. Listen up. The feminine does not have to do anything. If the feminine is not respected, the feminine removes itself is enough to destroy everything. And so to remove the feminine purposefully is to purposely sabotage.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And the demand for that energy to come back at this time is not something that they can control. All they can do is control how much you focus on the energy. And so that's why all the distractions are here, because the energy is returning, and it's been on the return. It's actually, you know, the more that we accept it and see it, the more that we can feel that it's here. But it, like the calling of that energy and the Christ and the wisdom, it's here. Like that's how I felt the doors of the Aquarius open, because it was like so many people that never wanted to see any type of consciousness. Like they were comfortable in just knowing what they knew to be true, or believing in that Piscean age. And us being both Pisces, we know what that means. We know where that dreaminess can take you, right? It can have you in la la land and stuck. Because that's what Pisces is.
They create a whole world like that ain't even real. Like, but you believe that's real. That shit's so real in your head.
Yes, you don't think ancient Venus exists? Are you crazy? Ptah University exists. You know why? Because I'm a Pisces. Exactly. Okay, so we make whole worlds exist. And so we lived in a whole age where illusion was the ruler. And now we're going into a whole age where gnosis. We're going back to the ancient gnosis, to know. That's all it means, is to know.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, we fear the knowing. Don't eat from the tree of knowledge. Don't know anything, please. Right. Like, what the fuck is this all about? Exactly.
Yeah, that's wild. But it's, you know, it's fun out here. I mean, it's fun, but it's irritating at the same time sometimes. But if I'm being real, I'm always gonna be real. And this shit ain't butterflies and damn puppy dogs all the damn time. I can tell you that. But especially, you know, I live a different life too. So, you know, it's like not socially acceptable to not abide by the things that you're supposed to do in society. You know, people get offended or they feel like they want to project on you. And it's like, you know, don't get on the person that might be showing you the way later on. Because, you know, I'm doing the hard stuff now because for some people, they're not able to do that right now. You know, some people got children, some people got things going on. But for me, I don't have the responsibility. So I feel, you know, I've been called to live this life. So when things do fall apart, I know how to handle myself. And I also know how to help others handle themselves if they have to learn how to not be in their home and be uncomfortable and sleep out in the woods. You know, some people don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I have people that told me, you know, I'd rather die. All right. Well, that's your choice. But for the people that want to, you know, because there's going to be some things that are going to shake up some things, you know, because there's going to be a decision going to have to be made, and we're going to try to like not pay attention to the elephant in the room. But that time is getting closer and closer. And the thing that's going to draw people in is their attachments to the things that this construct has put into their face that are going to be hard to let go of. You know, which we see stories in the Bible about that too. You know,
always
when we told to leave and we supposed to leave and we don't leave and we look back, guess what happens?
Turn to salt.
Yeah, gone.
You're gonna be a salty bitch.
Right. So you're either going one way or you're gonna stay right where you at. And
you're gonna follow the directions or you're gonna keep. And right now, it's like the guidance is clear. Like move, go, get out, move forward, leave it behind, and people be like, I think we could do this and this. And it's like the system is fucking falling. Everything is crashing. And we still try to maintain a sense of what used to be. It's never going to be like it used to be. And that's why it's so important that you are here on Pronoia, because you are one of the people that I see paving, like creating a new path in the wooded area is not easy. And you are out that bitch with a machete. Like in real life, creating something that people have not done, and they're going to need to know how to do it, because we have depended so much on these systems that are completely falling apart.
Mhm.
And because we are so dependent on them, when they do fall apart, we're gonna need to look for people because we're not prepared. People are not, even if they got 1,000,000 days worth of canned goods, they ain't gonna know what to do when the day, because that's what people do. They go get a bunch of damn canned goods and they be like, yo, I'm ready for, anything. It's like, okay, you got canned goods, but you don't got no heat, you ain't got no water. People are gonna be looting and breaking into stuff.
Yeah. You got to be able to protect
You
that.
gotta pay the
You
bills
got to
that
be
you
able to
ain't got a
protect it.
job. Huh?
Yeah. You got to
It's
be able
like,
to protect that stuff that you are like hoarding up and prepping, because there's going to be people once the shit starts running out. These things are, real life scenarios, like a fire drill that people
yes,
should really do. Even for me, I'm not going to act like I'm perfect and I'm out completely out of the system, but it is uncomfortable, like to think about not using money, to think that the only, because if they move into a place where what they are going to is use their biometrics and they want inside the body, there's going to be a line drawn in the sand of, if you want to be able to use this currency, you got to give up your body. We already see it. Apple Watch is part of that. Apple Watch, tap, all that stuff is part of that. It's to get the mind used to using a body part to pay for something, whether people know it or not. It's very subtle, but they're programming that subconscious, and as their empire falls, they're already building a new one, and people are already getting on board. And once they get you sucked into it, far enough, then it's going to sting when when you're told to, when your inner being's like, we can't do this. It's going to hurt, and to feel that hurt early before the rest of the world does, it's a challenge, because like right now I've talked to you, I'm being faced with some things, and I'm like, it's the time for me to get into the uncomfortable, and and it could get really, really uncomfortable, or I could try to stay comfortable as long as I can, but I'm only hurting myself at that point, so. But for me personally, I'm doing what I feel like I probably should have done a long time ago, so.
and that's just a part of being prepared. A lot of times, people are afraid to hear things like that because they don't want to hear anything that they feel like is negative, but it's not negative. It's just a part of naturally systems that fall and then are rebuilt. There's a process, there's an in-between phase where things are not going to be what like they used to be. And so in the rebuilding process, you're going to have to know how to fend for yourself. You're going to have to know how to reach out to others and have community and have people that you can reach out to who can help you in different areas. We can't do everything, everybody is not good at everything. You can't be the doctor, the lawyer, the teacher, and what I'm saying? Like, you got to know other people in your community, and you got to be able to work together. And I think that has a lot to do with why we were put into positions to release certain people around us, because they were not going to be able to sustain us during these times. They were actually drilling holes in our boats. And so it was important for us to clear the air and again go into tower mode and think about, being in isolation, being without phones at times. Like, this is, if you think about it, if even just self-isolation, if people would take a time away from phones, then it wouldn't be such a tragedy when you get disconnected for it. But it's like we will freak the fuck out if Verizon go down for an hour. They're like, oh my God, I couldn't use my phone today. And it's like, yo, they're preparing you for a longer period of doing this, and it's not to scare you. If you're ready, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready type shit. And I'm not listen, I'm far from perfect. I'm just saying, we as a whole collective need to not be scared when we hear people speak about these things, because I have a lot of people around me who do. They get, oh, Raquel, you're speaking about, things that are this, that. And I'm like, listen, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. I'm being a realist. I'm telling you that these little tests that we are experiencing, these are not coincidences. Another book that
they are coincidences.
You say they are?
Yeah, because coincidence means the fall. We believe coincidence to mean what it doesn't mean.
Oh, it means the opposite of what it's supposed to mean.
Right. Coincidence means that it's supposed to happen.
Oh, well, then it is coincidence. Yeah. Okay. And it's funny because you're right. And it's another book that I pulled up today. It was called The Tipping Point. Have you read that?
I don't think so.
And it's talk about how everything affects everything. There is not one decision that does not have an effect on another. As far as even like it talks about like a bug sneezing in the woods somewhere, and a little leaf falling, and this and this, and everything is connected, interconnected. And it talked about this shoe brand, what was it? The penny loafers. And how the man was about to give up, like they had lost so much. They wasn't hush puppies. They was regular old hush puppies at one point. Basically, they were just like hush puppies, and they were not selling well. And the money was going, things wasn't doing good. And one day, the guy just stuck a penny in the loafer. Okay, and that changed the trajectory. That small changed where that shoe went. They were going down, and that shit shot the hell back up by something as small as a penny. So just the smallest change in our lives can shift so much. And people don't realize how important it is to, like, every decision that we make is not by chance. It is a coincidence. It is for us to make these decisions so that everything else is affected. But that's why it's important to be aware and be conscious when you make them. So that's why the distractions are there, because every decision you make, oh, but I was distracted. There's no excuses. That's why it's back to the humiliation ritual. To me, every time I see them do some shit, it reminds me of somebody doing like this when they got you under. They just checking to see if you're still there. And I'll be like, y'all ain't see that shit. They be like, oh, you didn't see that hand in front of your face. Like, and so now here we are still stuck because we don't have to pay attention to what's going on. So I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I'm just saying, be prepared for anything. Your families, get a strong community around you, people you can trust. People that because things, I'm not gonna get too much on it. We're gonna get back to the temple talks, but things can get things.
This all temple talks. This is all that's the best thing about temple talks. Hey, we in the temple, we talk about whatever it is.
That's right. That's coming off the temples.
Yeah, we're coming off the temples, exactly. But you're absolutely right, the only thing, the reason why people fear it is because the more you put something off that inside is telling you, like, we might want to pay attention, and you just keep like not looking. That movie. Remember that movie, Don't Look Up?
Yes.
That was humiliation. That's humiliation. They're putting it right in front of her face. So it's like when people are doing it. When you come out with, we've had a lot of information displayed about the people that we call governing officials, right? And to see the reaction be so small to something so big lets me know exactly where we are.
Let's see. Let's put something out there, see what they react. Exactly. They check the Richter scale. They look for reactions. Okay, have you ever noticed, like, I've been looking at like TV, like, what are you getting paid off of, right? It's the reactions. And if I was watching the Netflix Black Mirrors, and it was like she was stuck in this show, and basically they was trying to like gauge it on how the person was feeling, and that's what it is. It's your emotions, what they can pull out of you.
Yeah, definitely is. And it works because the emotions will tell you it's when you move in an emotional state, it's not going to be good, and that's what fear does. The thing is that for me personally, I just use myself as an excuse. When the world's falling apart, people aren't used to living outside, doing this, doing that, and there's still things I need to do, like as far as like learning just to be in the woods for even longer. So there's even places I need to do, but I'm to the point now where I'm just comfortable with what used to be the most uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like if the world was to fall apart right now, it would still seem somewhat comfortable to me because I'm already in a uncomfortable place. It would be uncomfortable for other people, but for me, it'll be comfortable because that's what's become my norm, is going back to what they're trying to scare us from, which is our
like I'm already here, meet me down
and living natural. It's like a dog being scared to go back to being a dog and not being in the house anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy, like it's wild. So it's like, a house dog ain't gonna tell a coyote you're crazy, because when a house dog gets booted out of the house, Guess where it's gonna be out there with the damn coyotes. You know, so it's like, you know, you either learn how to be a coyote or you stay a domesticated house dog.
You're gonna be a scared little bitch when things go down. You
Yeah.
go outside with the coyotes. So just go ahead and learn how to be a coyote. And that's the thing, tame the coyote while you're living in the house. That's cool, but learn how to be a coyote.
Yeah. Learn how to still. You can't lose your instinct.
Because that's you become vulnerable when you lose your natural instincts because you don't know when you're gonna get. Listen, the house get comfortable. That's the problem. You get the heat and all that. Get the lay near master feet and shit. You ain't going outside. They give you a dish, and then all of a sudden they don't like your ass no more. Now you got to go out here with the coyote.
Got DoorDash. DoorDash. Don't even got to go to the store no more. Shit.
Comfortable, too comfortable, and that's why the shift hurts. Hurts.
Convenience. You always give up something big for convenience. Convenience ain't free. Convenience does not make things easier. Convenience only atrophies the ability to do whatever that thing is meant to make easier.
It's an illusion. It's the comfort is an illusion, okay? Because once you get comfortable, it means you have stopped growing. Shit is about to get real stagnant. Things is about to it's like mold is about to fucking grow. Stop thinking the comfort zone is where we need to be. I had to learn that. Like I all I craved was to be comfortable, you know, just stable and comfortable. And it's like, fuck that. If you could be comfortable in being uncomfortable, then you'll be the most stable person that people know. Because if something go down, you're going to be that tree that's used to shit going like this. It's the little trees that they'll never get hit. That's always down there, and when something hit them, they like, what the fuck is this? The big one like, it ain't nothing. Every day we just wave back and forth. But you ain't never been hit with a damn thunderstorm. Now we move the fuck out the way. Now you don't know what the hell to do. You're like, oh my gosh, it's raining. You ain't used to this shit. You being covered all this time. So we got to get uncomfortable and get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because it's going to be like that, especially when you're trying to digest new information. And a lot of times people are trying to hide from what they know to be true. There's people I know that know when I speak certain things that it's true. They just don't want to believe it because it shatters other illusions, you know? So it's like, I want to live in my illusion. Shut up, Rahel. And I'm like, you can, just don't tune in to Pronoia, because I'm not going to let you do that here. Okay?
Yeah. Most definitely. But it's some interesting times, and it's like the same old thing over and over again. Same playbook, same tactics, you know, and it's just like tired of kind of going through the same repetitive motions over and over again. I'm not going to fall prey to it. That's for sure. I can't speak for nobody else but myself, but I know I'm not going to fall prey to it. And if me not falling prey to it takes my life, then that's what it is, because I'm not putting nothing in my body. I am not participating I'm not participating in anything that gives away any more of what freedom I've already allowed them to have.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
That's and it's because we want convenience. We want to be able to walk in the store and buy our food and not grow it. So it's like, okay, well, for that convenience, you're willing to do what? Exactly. And again, convenience don't become so convenient anymore when you have to decide between your spiritual beliefs and your physical wants and desires. And that's when you have to separate the physical from the spirit and know that the spirit is telling you, my spirit, when stuff be going down, my spirit be like, no. And I'll be like, okay. Now my flesh might be like, well, you know, I got to keep my job, or I need this. And they said, we got to do this. But my spirit say, no, baby, it is a no for me. And it's a strong no, because that spirit ain't going to lie to you. People will lie. Money, even numbers sometimes will lie, but spirit ain't gonna lie, okay? Energy don't lie.
Nah, mama ain't gonna manipulate her children.
No.
Not in a bad way. But, you know, like today I went to the garden and I was just seeing everything. I mean, the people there, there's abundance. It's like really money is lack mentality. It is. I say it all the time. I don't care who gets mad at me. I don't give a shit anymore. I bring Bobby Hemmett attitude out right now because that shit is gonna keep people in there. I'm telling you, I'm challenged with it. I'm talking to me too, but I've ran out of money before. I'm sure other people have, but it is freeing. I felt like it was a burden lifted off my shoulders, and when I started to trust, I was tapped in without it. It was like something unlocked, and I got everything I still needed. Like I didn't have conveniently to be able to get gas to put in my car, but I walked. But during that walk, I met so many different people on that walk that changed the whole trajectory of my day just because I got out of my car and had to walk around because I didn't have the gas to put in it. And then you meet all these people and all these connections, right? And then today we went to a garden. And we left with a big bag of stuff that probably normally would have cost over $100 at the grocery store for free. So I don't understand what the thing is about, people looking down on people who don't got money. You got to have this much money, this, that, or the other. Granted, yes, money can be a good tool, but even like the phones, we sit here and see we're not good with what they deem to be good tools for us. We don't got a good track record with the whole it makes a great tool excuse, because that tool uses most of us, if we're going to be honest with ourselves, you know what I mean? And so to be able to know that abundance is me being able to go out here and just pick a lime off, and that's what I get for the day, that's natural living. We didn't have grocery stores to go in and get 5-10 pound bags of almonds. That doesn't exist in nature. It don't exist nowhere, so it's like everything we're doing is really contrary to our design, and and it feels good, but it's not good, and we see the repercussions of that, the life that we're choosing to create for these people that keep doing it. We keep allowing them to do it, so it's like us being in a toxic relationship. You're just gonna keep. We talk about relationships, but the biggest relationship we're all in, the biggest codependency we all have is on this system.
Yep.
And it's toxic. We sit and watch it every day on these black and city.
It is so toxic.
How toxic it is. And we're still like, no, I think I'm just going to stay right here.
Right.
It's wild, right? Like, I'm just going to stay here because I don't feel it right now. So.
Oh my God, you're so right.
It's not in my backyard.
Right.
Yeah.
It's coming, but you don't care.
Everybody's
like,
backyard.
I refuse to see it.
Yep.
So toxic.
Hard, but, it can be complicated.
I know, right?
Oh man, but yeah, we're gonna get through this thing.
Yeah, we are.
So
we sure are. That's why the community is here. Like that's why it's being built right now the way it is, and it's a bunch of strong. Over here on Ptah, it's a bunch of strong individuals. Like that's why I say it's a bunch of universes. Me trying to herd cats. When I try to talk to y'all, oh my God, all together, trying to get you talking about doing this movie thing. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to come up with like 20 dates and narrow it down to one. And then everybody can get everybody. It's like trying to get a whole universe conspired together, an alignment. That's what I try to do when I get all the star seeds together. It's like getting an alignment.
So imagine you doing that in the real universe, trying to get us to all be like, I'm trying to get y'all motherfuckers.
The whole, everybody. Oh hell no!
Yeah, so it's like a picture of the whole, right? Like,
yes.
The universe is trying to herd cats, and we're all like, oh, I don't know.
Look poor universe, because I mean, I only got 7 other star seeds, and the universe got millions of us, and it's like. I be like, yo, like, and it's not even that it's bad. It's just that everybody got their own thing going on. Everybody's in their own thought process. And so then again, that goes back to this book because it talks about in the beginning of Christianity that what broke off all of the religions was everybody's stories. Yeah. Everybody had their own stories they wanted to tell. So you start your own crew, everybody on the same, oh, you know what? That's right. That story, it resonates with me. Well, let's go ahead and start our own little crew. That's really what religion became. Instead of individuals having their own experiences, it was like, oh, one person's experience became the religion. And it became a story about this And it became, like they knew the original. These were the originals that broke off. And eventually, and they were doing it in a way, again, to teach allegories. They made it clear it was allegories, but as time went on, it changed into literally.
Yeah. And if anything, if anybody
thinks literally.
oh, for sure. And the God in the Bible ain't no joke. If anything, they putting their trust in somebody that'll take them out in a heartbeat.
My news, that John right there, do not play. Like for real, like, whoo.
Take you out in a heartbeat. We talk about something that destroyed worlds and
whole world.
Damn.
Killed more people than the devil in the Bible.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was like, yo, bam, I'm upset. I'm done.
The devil gets all the blame because it makes everybody look at who they really are.
Yeah.
Then they blame all the devil. Like, damn, the devil didn't do it.
And that's also like, y'all, narcissism. If you've never heard it, gnosis, just look it up. Find out where it comes from. What the original, because if you're a Christian, you should know. This is where your beginnings started. So go back to before the story started to change so you can start to truly learn where your praise for your Jesus Christ, which is also a counterpart to Sophia. And even in the praise that they do, we take the blood and the bread, that was an offering to Sophia. That was a Sophia offering they did prior to Christ coming along. But people do things because they're told to do these things and they never question where they come from. And so that's crazy because if we get sick, if something happens to us, we always want to find the root of the problem. That's how we solve it. That's how we fix whatever. But when it comes to like information, we'll just take it from someone's mouth and not go to where did you get that from? Let's go back to the source of the source. Like, okay, you came to me with this information. Well, shit, if you talking about the Bible and y'all talking about sneaky, the snake was sneaky. Well, the only reason he called him sneaky was because he walked up and gave information. But you take information every day from somebody on the stage and they preaching it, and they giving you certain pieces to take, but you're not actually digesting the information yourself. You're not actually learning it for yourself. True.
It is, and that information is coming from within us. That the picture in the Bible, at least, that was, within each and every one of us. And now the lid's popping off, whether you like it or not. So it's coming out. So you either ignore it or take it and let it rattle your bones, and then get yourself together and be like, all right, this is what it is, because that's what it is. Like. I don't know. I can go deep into that too, but
we got plenty of time on this season.
yeah. So
because I also wanted to talk to you about one more thing, which is the way that we channel. I noticed that we do it very similarly. Things just come through, and it's so funny. Again, when we talk about books, it's easier for someone to read information in a book and accept that information in the book, not thinking that, okay, this book was written, but where did the information come from? Yeah. And it always comes from a channel. If the source is always the channel, somebody had an idea, a message, a thought to do something, even if it's just to research to get the information, it came from somewhere else external, which was really internal, right? Which was divine. And it's so funny because if you say you're getting channeled messages straight from divine, people think you're crazy, but they'll take this information that had to come from somewhere. Even if you're talking about the red letters in the Bible, how the hell do you think you think God's voice came down and was like, okay, write this?
Yeah, exactly. And if you think about it, the word right, because we all talk, language, we hear right, and right is like W-R-I-T-E, and then there's right, R-I-T-E. And when you say channel, but a right is a transition into something new. So, transitioning into something, from one thing that's ending into the next one, like a ritual or an initiation. It's a change of
like a rite of passage.
Right, rite of passage. So that's what that is when you're taking thought and putting it onto paper. That's why you write it, because you're changing it from one form into something different. So honestly, like we were talking before about the books and how these different books, but we are the book, and that's kind of what I was going to go into a little bit today. But we kind of already have, is that we don't even need the books. Honestly, we just need to dive in ourselves. But we're so distracted with everything that's going on that we can't wade through the things that are blocking us from tapping into all of it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so, like, when we have all these distractions, different shows, or just the phone in general, or even work or whatever, that's keeping us from tapping in within ourselves. And that's all designed, like you said, everything's done, whether good or bad, with an intention that makes ripples, and thousands, millions, billions of ripples that we don't even think about consciously on a day-to-day basis of how things unfold and why they unfold the way they do. But basically reiterating what you're saying, like, it's, like, everything we all need is within us, and we keep outsourcing it to something. It's going to keep hitting. It's going to come back 10 times harder. When the rubber band comes back to slap us in the wrist. It's like if we keep outsourcing something, and then it's
right,
like, boop, and then it stings when you find out, damn, like, that thing isn't as trustworthy or isn't as efficient as I thought it was. I've outsourced my ability to do something for myself to something that never had a good intention for me. So, yeah.
Amen, amen, amen.
But,
let the church say amen.
Yeah, Armand. Ashe.
Amon Ra.
Yeah.
That's crazy. See, that's another. Yeah, we ain't gonna go there tonight, y'all.
What was that one? What was that one?
I was saying Amen Ra. And I was like,
yeah, Amen Ra.
Yeah, but people say it all the time. We do so much unconsciously. Yep. And it's like testing. It's playing in your fucking face, y'all. That's what it's called on the streets. So so-called humiliation rituals in different cults and stuff. And it's called playing in your face, though. They show you, they do it right in your face. And that's the way that they, again, balance out their skills of Maya in their head. That I showed them. They made a choice. I didn't know they had to do it. They just chose to do it.
Right
if
there.
you choose to do something, it's not on me. It's on you.
Yeah, is that like that trickster spirit?
It's a damn show.
It's like
the world is ruled by the fucking trickster spirits.
Yeah, it's neither good or bad. It's just making you. Making you make the decision of how you want your shit to turn out.
The devil's advocate like a motherfucker.
Yup.
Like, oh, well, I didn't make you become this. I gave you an option, and you chose this option because it was comfortable. I didn't make you be fat. You chose DoorDash. I didn't make you do this. Like, it was just comfortable and easy. And it's like, well, why you make it like so easy? Well,
because they get away with it if they let you know. So that's how they dodge. Like you said, that's how they dodge the karma.
That's it right there. It's the magic. It's the manipulation of it all, though. Yeah. And eventually, again, the illusions are not working like they used to, because we're not in the age of illusions anymore. So being able to do, that's why they got to keep doing a temperature check on us to see if we still if we divergence or not. If we able to take the red pill, blue pill. What we doing over here? What y'all doing? Let me see if everybody's. Oh, they still sleep. Oh, a little bit. It's a little group over here lighting up. Let's put their little light out. Let's make it real rough on this little group. They trying to, I see a little spark of divine over here. Let's go and try to fuck with these people. I mean, that is really, truly how that energy. That's why you can't even, you be trying not to shine too bright, because the motherfucker will throw you.
Most definitely. Yeah, you got that right. It's good to, being anonymous is the best thing anybody honestly could be doing.
Oh my goodness. That's why I like people like, why are you not no leaders? Because you kill leaders. The fuck do you mean? That's why people don't step up, because a lot of people are afraid, but we're not in the age where I think that fear has been kind of erased from a lot of starseeds, because we know that the mission is bigger and we're supposed to be speaking right now. Like, we can't be quiet you be quiet and things stay the way they are. That's the comfort zone. For us, knowing became the comfort zone. We knew stuff, but we wasn't sharing it. You know, and that's uncomfortable to share because you put yourself out there, you put your neck out there, you put judgment out there, you get, you know what I'm saying? You get a lot of pushback, but it's stepping out of your comfort zone. So I think that's a lot that goes along with being a starseed or being a person who's been called on this journey to speak or become a leader, is to actually do it because you know you've already seen the path of other leaders before you. It's not a pretty path. You know, it's not. Yeah, a lot of them Jones don't. Like it takes.
Yeah.
How many Martins we still got alive? How many Malcolms we still got alive? How many thought leaders have, you know what I'm saying? So when you start speaking up and you got people in your community who are willing to speak up, we also have to offer these type of people a certain amount of protection in the communities. That's why it's important to build communities. These people should not, I was saying this earlier. Now, do you think the people who worship Buddha would worship Buddha if Buddha had to go to work from 9 to 5?
No.
Absolutely. That distorted ass energy. Ain't nobody trying to get no distorted Buddha. So why does Buddha not work 9 to 5? Because he's supported by the community around him, so that he does not have to, because he can concentrate on the divine messages, the divine mission that he's on. And that's why community is important. Money is not so much what I'm talking about. It's about providing for each other. Like if you know how to build a house, and I know that my spiritual leader or someone who's teaching me spiritually, I'm gonna build them a house. Like, so they don't gotta think about, like, can you please, if I'm coming to you for messages or coming to you for guidance, I don't want you going to work every day. I really don't want you to be bothered with the motherfuckers at work every day. And then I come to you and you giving me distorted messages because you can't concentrate on God. You got the grind of the 9 to 5. So those, if you look at leaders in other communities, they are supported by their communities.
Yeah.
That they can do their jobs.
Most definitely. Yeah, but I think I'm good for today until we get something new next time.
Yes. Do you have a date for April yet? Not yet.
Not yet.
Of course not. We go with the flow here.
Go with the flow. But yeah, we'll come up. We'll shoot me some dates.
I don't know, around April 1st.
Yeah. Get it in early.
You already know all these star seeds we got lined up.
Yeah.
Yes. So before we end tonight, I would like to say, all right, so today is the 21st, going on the 22nd. On the 23rd, Claudia is in the building with Human Design. On the 24th, Mahatma Starseed, our sound frequency healer, is in the building. On the 27th, King Adonis with the Rose Corner is in the building. And on the 31st, I am back in the building with Transformation Tuesdays. You are the last dragon. And then next month, we're going to have it start all over again. So we'll be on the lookout for a calendar with all the Starseed appearances. If you have not subscribed to the podcast, make sure you do that. We continue to grow here at Paranoia, and I thank you for the subscriptions. It helps us out to be seen in the community for the real Starseeds. We're not here for the money. We're really here to spread the message because it's time. And honestly, we can only build when we are seen. So everybody push it out there. Like, share, and subscribe. Ptah will be back with us next month. Yes, yeah. And we'll confirm that date soon enough.
Sure.
All right, Starseeds, it's been a wonderful night. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you, Ptah. Thank you for the
Yeah. Thanks for having me, as always.
Yes, I always enjoy your company. And I hope you enjoyed the intro video. I guess we should go out with that, Joanne.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah, let's run that back real quick. Have a good evening, Starseeds.
Peace.
I'm not God, but I'm not lost anymore. I ain't God, but I move with God energy. Praying for clarity, not just enemies. I don't chase power, I inherit destiny. A human dangerous, yeah, remember me. I used to pray only when I was desperate. Now I pray when I'm grateful, not just when I'm reckless. I used to ask God for money and fame. Now I ask him to heal the broken parts of my brain. I realize masculinity without God is ego. Strength without spirit just turns into a beast mode. Now I fast, reflect, discipline my mind. Cause a man who controls himself is hard to find. I stop asking why me. Started asking what you building through me. I ain't God, but I move with God energy. Praying for clarity, not just enemies. I don't chase power, I inherit destiny. A healed man, dangerous, they remember me. I ain't God, but I move with God energy. Praying for clarity, not just enemies. I don't chase power, I inherit destiny. A healed man, dangerous. God taught me leadership ain't domination. It's service, humility, and revelation. A real man don't control, he protects. Don't silence emotions, he respects. Now when I walk in rooms, I don't seek validation. I carry peace like a weapon and prayer like a foundation. The streets taught me survival, God taught me purpose. I'm not perfect, I'm obedient, I'm progressing. That's the real flex. Still here, still healing, still healing, still leading, still chosen, still healing, still healing, still leading. It's a palate cleanser. When it comes to evolving, I'm an advocate. I learned how to have peace by not having it. Sometimes you gotta lose everything just to find everything. They tried to throw me off, I came back like a boomerang. Now they all admire how I outlast through the pain. Now they all drawn to my art, see this the way I paint. My whole life a canvas, built my own brand, they can't brand us. On high levels, they can't overstand us. Now these ain't bars, these stanzas. Sonnets and haikus, broke generational curses and cycles. Just got my mama out the hood and I ain't finished. I'ma liberate my lineage, gotta elevate the children. Boy, I'm out here building this brick by brick. The snowfall, I still stick to the script. When it's sticky, I trust God, but the 4-5 still stick to the hip. But I choose peace over violence, serenity over sirens. Say they own demon timing, or God timing, make your clock out if you're wildin'. I wanna change, so I change my environment. Channel my greatness, they can't turn me off. My loft got an island, now I'm on the island in the loft, solo tripping. Spending time by the water, getting deep, solo dipping. I'm at peace now, told my youth to put their guns down and put their hands up. You help pull their minds up, then they'll pull their pants up. My flow guaranteed to make the elders stand up. This right here make my younger niggas put his hands up. He's about to crash out, I made him switch his plans up. Told him don't crash out, cause God got a plan for him. God got a plan for him. God got a plan for him. I told him don't crash out, cause God got a plan for him. But who praying for him? The streets been praying on him since 21, so he turned to a savage. I was tired of living average, had to activate my genius. Started controlling my penis, will never sell my soul, I'd rather sell out arenas. Said she needs space, so I nicknamed her Venus. Told my big sis, don't let no lame get between us. He lucky I matured, his life in jeopardy. If I gave my bloods the word, I gotta let her be. Can't go and jeopardize my legacy. The promised land I'll never see. If I don't listen to God, I put my ear up to heaven like I'm listening, God. Tryna vent and chill, my spirit need conditioning, God. Tryna heal, but this world just so sickening, God. Yeah, this little light of mine, I heard flickering, God. I need a recharge before I catch a battery. Help me realize my demons need some mastery, yeah. Had to go and switch up my strategy, yeah. The other day deleted pictures out my gallery, even the hidden ones. Time to burst some new fruit and stop eating forbidden ones. When I feel depleted, I let God restore me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out.
real understanding of my stance and point advantage, then used it to your advantage. Mama said that everybody's not strong enough to be candid and can't gracefully accept the circumstance that they've been handed like me. Silence speaks to those who understand it, stands true indeed. I wasn't taught to judge a man, but rather study his deeds. My people fail to succeed, confusing their wants with their needs, looking for God outside themselves like it was something to see instead of achieve. Like Larry Jennings, I keep a trick on my sleeve. I gave so much I've forgotten how to receive. I know so much it's impossible to believe. The worst thing to be in this world is naive. For you yourself should be aware that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. Walk by sight, stand in faith. I never witnessed a vehicle in my life, but I saw a wraith. My soul is priceless, it can't be appraised. The way I was raised is the reason for why I love and appreciate how I do. My passion and assertion can come off passive aggressive. If you knew me well enough, then that part still wouldn't be true. I tend to mismanage emotions that leave me open and feeling vulnerable, cause they just showed up out of the blue. I severed ties with everybody that I practically knew. I had to expand from the sentence to see how far I grew. No go links and glizzards cause I don't find time for the crew. Lacking artistic inspiration, can't complete what I drew. No counterpart to come for me, we fuck a fight then I'm through. I turn those nothings into somethings when they say what's the use. I made fun out of boredom when my muse was lacking amusement. You took more than you asked for and you inquired about using. I had to rearrange my life, I'm organizing these files. I do it right this time around, fuck tribulation and trials. I grow violent at times and glow ultraviolet at others. Reggie Biff the rainbow body if I die over colors. Cause I grow violent at times and glow ultraviolet at others. Reggie Biff the rainbow body if I die over colors. Cause I grow violent at times and glow ultraviolet at others. Reggie Biff the rainbow body if I die over colors. Cause I grow violent at times and glow ultraviolet at others. Reggie Biff the rainbow body if I die over colors.
Cause I glow violent at times and grow ultraviolet at others. Reggie Biff the rainbow body if I die over colors.
It ended faster than I thought it could. You tried to warn me, never thought it would. I know it's bad, but all that bad shit hurts so good. I know it's bad, but don't close your heart for good. Come and feel my tempo. Things could be so simple. You weigh on my mental. If I push you, I'll be gentle. Gentle.
Can't control it all, and that's just really how life goes. You feel like a symphony, we feel like a cyclone. We could do it separately, but oh, you and I know we could get together, do this shit with our eyes closed. Man, it's been forever, really, where did the time go? I could feel you even when you in a new time zone. I was with another, you was still on my mind though. Rather go without you than to leave with my mind gone.
Things could be so simple. You weigh on my mental. If I push you, I'll be gentle.
She must be complicated, she be listening to scissor. She be out the way unless her money getting bigger. Can't communicate, so she be sending out the lyrics. Act like she a gangster, but she knows she really tender. Say it ain't a race and she don't see no competition. Talk without a filter, see the bigger picture. Way she move that thing make you forget all your religion. Stand on what she say, she only focus on her mission.
Things could be so simple.
So simple.
You weigh on my mental. If I push you, I'll be gentle.
Peace and love
Yeah. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. Don't let them define you. You're growing through dimensions, no losses, just lessons. And that's why your faith is strong. Anytime you hit your lowest, always bounce back. Anytime you lost your glow, God just shine back. Anytime you felt alone, God had your back. Better know that you're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. I love you, reflection. We flexing on our haters. We wish them the best, but protecting our sacred love. No weapons formed against us could take us away from God. We praying, we praising, we grateful. We came from love. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. Hey baby, you got the ball? Thank you. Ooh, never forget who you are and where you come from. Peace and love.
I love you, I love you, I love you. Until I love you, I love you, I love you. Until I find the way.
You are watching evolution of a goddess. Such an awful blossom, I'm stirring up who gossip is true. Cause I can make this flow come through your faucets. I can turn human to a possum, niggas play dead. When I spew the ink, they think I'm inciting they bloodshed. No, this is self-advancement. This a nod to shedding the old me in exchange for second chances in life. I once murdered dreams, married to light. Damn, double homicide. Had my ass shook like I got cabaret ties. The main event of my demise appeared as soul suicide. Sitting at that 9 to 5, knowing I can fucking fly, knowing I don't win a ride. No, I ain't prepared to die. Cubicle funerals had me dancing with death instead of painting my beautiful. Unsuitable condition, all this talent concealed. I'm losing a sense of self, but who gon' pay these bills? I'm saying God took a time with me, I know I'm the shit. But if you let it, life gon' treat you like a regular bitch. Stagnant in norms, excuses are born. My flesh getting torn, it's stretching its limits. Cause it keep trying to compete with my spiritual business. I listen to my future just blistering from the weight of my shivering. Fuck it, do it scared. Do what they wouldn't dare before your bones beyond repair. It's peaks, valleys, and prayer. Life ain't no crystal stair. Coughing up the carnage in compartments. It renewal needs to carpet. Got a message from the darkness that I am that royal sparkle, not no Meghan Markle kind. But genealogy a sign I'm more Maxine, reclaiming my time. Fuck it, I'm all in now. I just profess it's gonna happen if I get to worry when, where, how. I let the universe work it out, and in the interim rehearse my bow. This is the goddess vow.
I love you, I love you, I love you.
Learn the cloud surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times. So I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my coat to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors, trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.